In the last 48 hours, the world has witnessed events that could redefine global history. Oil prices have surged by 20%, and stock exchanges across the globe have plummeted. For the first time since World War II, experts and civilians alike are openly talking about the possibility of a third world war.
This is not speculation. These are unfolding developments with consequences that might reach far beyond the Middle East. Today, we'll explore what happened, why it matters, and what could be coming next. On June 12, 2025, Israel carried out a highly coordinated and precise military strike against Iran. According to defense analysts, this operation was one of the most carefully executed attacks in recent history. Two of Iran's main nuclear facilities, among the most heavily guarded in the country, were targeted simultaneously. These sites, located in the Isfahan province, represent the core of Iran's nuclear capabilities. But the assault didn't stop there. Military installations near Tehran, as well as in other major cities, were also hit. The strikes were swift, strategic, and devastating. Power grids and internet services in large areas went down. Government communication systems collapsed. Even Iran's state television was taken off the air. To many observers, it felt like Iran had been digitally and militarily cut off from the outside world. What made the attack even more alarming was the targeting of Iran's top military leadership. Among those killed was Mohammad Bagheri, the chief of staff of Iran's armed forces, equivalent to the head of all military branches. Alongside him, several high-ranking officers and nuclear scientists were also eliminated in the span of just a few hours. These were individuals under heavy protection, often considered untouchable. The message was clear. This was not a warning. This was a calculated move to neutralize Iran's military capabilities at the leadership level. Initially, there was confusion in Tehran, but within 12 hours, Iran issued a formal response, and this time the tone was different. In past conflicts, retaliation often targeted military infrastructure, but this time Iran made it clear that civilian centers were not off-limits. Leaders publicly declared that missiles would be directed at Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. The purpose was not just military, it was symbolic. Iran wanted the world to see this as a direct challenge to Israel's existence, and perhaps to test the boundaries of global tolerance.
What we are seeing is not just a war between two countries. It's a digital, psychological, and proxy war unfolding on multiple fronts. Cyberattacks have already been reported from both sides. Iranian hackers attempted to breach Israeli banking systems. In return, Israeli intelligence reportedly disrupted communication infrastructure within several Iranian provinces. Meanwhile, regional allies are starting to take sides. Hezbollah has increased its presence near the Lebanese-Israeli border. U.S. naval ships have moved closer to the Persian Gulf. Russia has called for restraint, while China has issued a vague statement urging both sides to avoid escalation. But make no mistake, this is not a local dispute anymore. This is a high-stakes confrontation involving global powers. The economic impact has been immediate. As mentioned earlier, global oil prices have spiked by 20%. Energy-dependent economies are already seeing market volatility. European countries that rely on Middle Eastern oil are preparing for shortages. Air travel routes over the Middle East have been rerouted. International airlines are suspending flights to major cities across the region. The stock market? In freefall. Major indexes in New York, London, Frankfurt, and Tokyo have all recorded significant losses. Investors are pulling out of high-risk markets and rushing toward gold, silver, and digital assets. Even tech companies are affected, especially those involved in AI, cybersecurity, and drone technologies. Some are seeing sharp rises in share prices as demand for defense tech rapidly increases. Behind the scenes, several other players are influencing the conflict. The United States has remained cautious, but is clearly aligned with Israel. While no direct military involvement has been announced, intelligence cooperation and logistical support are already underway. On the other side, Iran is quietly backed by a network of non-state actors, militias, hackers, and rogue cyber units scattered across Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, and even parts of Africa. Russia and China, both maintaining strategic relations with Iran, have refrained from taking a strong stance, but are closely monitoring the situation. Their silence could mean many things, and none of them are simple. The question on everyone's mind now is, what's next? Will this become a prolonged regional war, or will it escalate into something far more dangerous? If Iran's missile strikes on Israeli cities actually happen, Israel may invoke its right to full-scale retaliation. That could involve airstrikes, cyber warfare, and potentially more lethal force. If Israel retaliates beyond Iran's borders, or if U.S. troops are targeted, the scenario could spiral beyond containment. There is also the risk of a nuclear flashpoint. While neither country has officially confirmed nuclear use, both are heavily armed, and the rhetoric is not helping. This isn't just about two nations anymore. It's about stability in the entire Middle East, energy security, and the future of global diplomacy. As of today, June 14, 2025, the world holds its breath. Every moment matters. Every decision made in war rooms across Tel Aviv, Tehran, Washington, Moscow, and Beijing could define what the next decade looks like. We are standing at the edge of a conflict that might reshape our political, economic, and human future. Let us hope that reason prevails before history repeats itself in the worst way imaginable.